black A pillar, B pillar and C pillar. That's massive for the size of this vehicle. Is that bad? No, not at all. It's really relaxing to travel. Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. This is available in New Zealand, and this particular spec is the top of the range. This is called Calligraphy. So today we are going to have a quick walk around, interior and exterior, plus we are going to do a point of view test drive to see how the vehicle drives on the road. First thing, let's talk about price. It's hard to say the price right now as this top spec is listed on the website for close to $100,000. If you want a deal, if you're in Auckland, New Zealand, contact Wang at Greenlane Hyundai. He will be your best salesperson to assist you on your purchase. I'll leave his contact details on the top. First thing, for the exterior dimensions, the vehicle length is 4.83 meters long. The wheelbase is stretched to over 2.8 meters. That means it has outgrown compared to the previous generation Hyundai Santa Fe. Honestly, from the exterior design, it has nothing related to the exterior design. It's quite boxy shape compared to the last vehicle. It's bigger and drives better compared to the last one. Yeah, the design is just on another level on this vehicle. On the last generation, there are sloping lines and things like that. On this one, it's just boxy shape at the back. For the rear design, I'm not sure if you like it. Some people don't like it, some people like it. I think the tail light is a little bit too low. If it's mounted a little bit higher, maybe let's say the dimensions and other things will look a little bit better. But the black logo, Santa Fe logo, hybrid, they're all black. Looks good actually, looks not bad. Now if we move to the side, we're going to find a lot of black trims on this vehicle. Black wheels, that's 20-inch on this particular top spec, and then black roof wheels, black A pillar, B pillar and C pillar, plus the wheel arch under the doors, even the badge on the side, which says Santa Fe of course, and again, wheel arch at the front. That continues to the front. There are a lot of glossy black finish over here with the intake. There's an active intake over here, mesh grille underneath, mesh grille on the top. There's a little bit chrome finish here. That's probably the only chrome you are going to find on this vehicle, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is just glossy black all the way. What do you like? What do you think about the design? I really like it. I really like the front. I like the side. The rear, okay, but the front is so cool. I love the new H, so the logo headlights. They are very distinguished on the road and give a good presence on the road when you see this car around town for sure. Now let's go to the back to see how the boot is like. Power tailgate is obviously available, and I love how the doors are so heavy and so big. That means the loading underneath is going to be reasonably low to take anything in and out. When the third row seats are all the way up, we are going to get a small amount of space for maybe a couple small or to medium suitcases. That means probably 100 to 200 liters. It's not rated on the brochure, but if we drop the seats all the way, and just like that, we are going to get a good volume. That's calculated to be 995 liters according to the brochure. That's massive for the size of this vehicle. Due to its lines at the back, again, you can stack things up all the way on the top. So that means it's pretty good. What's good about it? You do have the buttons that allows you to drop the seats, just like that. How cool is that? Electric second row seats just go all the way flat. This is the 6-seater configuration. On this top spec, you are able to choose 7 seats or 6 seats. If you're not going to carry 7 people all the time, I actually really recommend you to consider this 6-seat configuration. I'll go to the second row and explain why. But anyway, once everything is all flat, this is huge. This is 1,950 liters also in terms of space. And you can hear my echo around here, I think. It's amazing in terms of, space and size and things like that. Anyway, press that, that'll go up, and press that, that'll go up. We'll get the seats back up so I can show you the third row, how it looks like. This, of course, can be adjusted from here to be forward or backwards. So that creates a different volume for yourself. And that's pretty much what's at the back. Now, this is the second row, and look how nicely this Napa leather seats looks like. you've got armrest over here that's adjustable, and seats wise they are electric adjustable for the side, for the base, and sliding underneath is manual, by the way. You're able to press this button that give you a relaxing mode, so that's going to create a bit of relaxation for you. But press this to go back to normal seats. Then you can adjust the back, you can adjust the base, tilt. That's really cool. Anyway, let's step inside. So I believe the seats are all the way back right now. There we go. This is my sitting position at the 178 centimeter tall. I've got tons of leg room, no issue for me to stretch my legs or feet and things like that. Couple hooks over here, some H logo, that means this is the Hyundai, of course. A large size pocket over here. You can open the front storage from here or from the front whenever you like. There is another big storage tunnel over here. That's nice. Your air vents will be on your B-pillar, so it's easy to access, should be okay. USB-C charging and some adjustments for the front seats, so your second row can really enjoy maybe a nice relaxing again. In terms of door bends, they are nice quality. Let's close the door. That's heavy. That's really heavy, so that's good. Covers over here for your privacy if you like. Door handles are just softer material. These are softer material. Some plastic over here, both sound speakers underneath. Sitting here at the second row, oh, it is so relaxing. Well, for its 6-seater configuration, that's what I really recommend you to consider if you're looking for this top spec range. Speaking of top spec, other things will be the dual sunroof that's available on this top spec. Next, let's move the seats to a reasonable space, which is like this. I've got still okay amount of space at the back, and my back is okay adjusted, so it's not too high or it's not too low. Let's step to the third row. So if the seats are all the way back from this side, I'm going to find myself very cramped over there. But if I jump to this side, as you can see, I've got even a little bit leg room over here. The base is obviously quite raised up. The seats are not the highest. The seat material is like the front, but not as boxy shape as the front. It's okay, it's not too bad. You got air vents over here, USB-C charging, cup holders over here. I would say someone who is shorter than me will be actually quite comfortable over here, but whoever is taller than me or probably same my size, you're going to find a little bit busy or a little bit cramped if you are staying here for more than, let's say, 30 or 40 minutes. But yeah, that's just the second row. If you do want to go out, you can also quickly press this button. The seats will go all the way forward, or you can, because it's a seat configuration, you can just go forward like this. Well, that's all done. That's the tough part of this video. Alright, let's finally get to the front seats. The seats itself is Nappa leather on this high spec. That means really soft touches everywhere around the seats. All the functions are electronically adjusted with lumbar support, plus heated and cooling functions are also available. Let's step inside and get this on. So since this is a hybrid drivetrain, so it's right now in EV mode, we are going to hear minimum noise. There's no motor noise at the moment as we speak. The steering is the first topic. As soon as you see the steering, and if you cover this and maybe cover the logo, it really looks like a Range Rover steering in the shape of the steering, in the shape of this particular design. But when you open this cover, it's going to be quite identical to many Kia and Hyundai models. On the left, that's your adaptive cruise control, safety driving, and dashboard display. On the side, phone connection, music, and things like that. Behind the steering, we have a facial monitoring detection system, so that's going to be your safety-related pings and things like that. At the front, that's a 12.3-inch display, which looks really clear. You are able to adjust in the center of whatever you want to display. You can also change the design panels on the left and on the right. We are going to get a head-up display on this top spec. Now, moving to the center, this is another 12.3-inch display. Newest system available on the Hyundai vehicles. Crazy thing, you can even control the seat on the second row with this touch of the screen. Many settings will be hidden under here for your vehicle, for your navigation, for your sound, for your driving assistance and things like that. Wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto are also available on this particular panel. What I really like is how smooth the screen is, and another thing, it's curved shape as well, so it's facing towards the driver. You're not going to find any difficulty seeing the screen or touching anywhere on the screen. Hybrid system is here, so yeah, it's all there. The liter is really high because I've been idling this car for video and things like that. And in this screen, we're going to find some physical buttons to control the screen and the panel for your air conditioning system. It looks really cool when the car is shut off, but once the vehicle is on, you can see the fingerprints and things like that. It's not the easiest to control, as you can still take your eyes off the road to control a very dedicated few things, although you have physical switches for your air climate and things like that. It's not the worst, but yeah, it's fine. It just makes the car looks a little bit more modernized, because if you're gonna have physical buttons all over it, it's gonna be a little bit too traditional. I think you want the vehicle to feel modern anyway. Next, some physical buttons for your parkings and hill descent and your drive modes and auto hold functions. Wireless phone charging is on both sides, so really nice. You can see the wireless phone charging indicators too. USB-C and another USB-C, plus I think it's UV protection lighting or whatever, can't remember exactly. Cup holders are huge and deep, they are nice. These can be opened from the back or from the front, that's nice. You can also leave the tray out and it's gonna be really deep, and I can't even reach it using my right hand. So that's how that is. And some storage over here, another storage on the top, which is nice, and another storage panel over here. I love how they actually put some rubber liners in it, so it's gonna be easy. Your phones and wallets not gonna fly out when you accelerate. And the rear view mirror can also be digital or physical, depends on your load and your passengers at the back. In terms of door bins, leather touch on the top, leather touch in the door bins, and some plasticky on the side, but the door handles, everything feels really solid. Soft touch again on the top and around here. So there are some trims over here, there are black trims over there, ambient lighting also underneath, around the doors and things like that. You can also find it under the screen, so they are really nice. You can change the colors, of course. So yeah, overall, very good experience for the inside, at least from the driver point of view. There's so many things to do and to control and things like that. I do enjoy the experience at the front. Now let's get on the road and see how this goes in terms of driving. Alright, before we get on the road, let's go look at the visibility. So side mirrors are reasonably large. There's a small quarter window over here to see your gateway and stopway and things like that. The rear windscreen is actually really large due to the cutting lines on the back design. Sides or really large windows, and the car has no sloping lines anywhere, so that means very square boxy shape windows you can find. Again, digital mirrors if you can't see anything with the passengers at the back. Gear shifter is like some of the new untraditional vehicles, so going forward is drive, back is reverse, pressing on the side is for park. Now let's get in on the road. I've turned the cooling seats on, so it's gonna be nice and easy for me, especially a hot day like this in New Zealand. Let's go through some numbers first. So the vehicle is powered by the hybrid drivetrain. There will be another drivetrain available for petrol, 2.5 litre turbo petrol, but this time of the year we only have the hybrid just yet. I think the hybrid is also the one to go as well. Anyway, it's 4-cylinder, 1.6 litre petrol motor. The petrol motor is also turbocharged, by the way. That means the combined power on this vehicle is 173 kilowatts of power, 367 Newton meters of torque. That's not a small number at all compared to most modern cars. The kilowatts might not be the massive compared to some other vehicles, but the torque is good. That's got good amount of torque. Although it's a small motor, it's pretty powerful. I think the 0 to 100 is rated around 8 to 9 seconds. That's not slow for the size of this vehicle. Only thing is the towing capacity. It's not as good compared to the old diesel ones anymore. The towing capacity on this is only 1.65 ton. That means it's definitely smaller than some of the 2 ton or 2,500 kilograms of towing capacity on some other vehicles. Alright, we're finally on the road. Pickup is really easy. The vehicle is powered by a 6-speed automatic gearbox. And and it's really easy to work with since this has the hybrid torque and has a petrol motor that's got turbocharged. When you put your foot all the way down, you are going to experience a small lag, which is normal, but after that, very easy. Only when you go super sporty on some certain roads, you are going to find the lag, by the way, where if you're driving on city roads like this, you are going to be fine in most modern city places. Handling wise, it's fine. Can't say it's agile, but it's a big, long vehicle and there's a lot of weight at the back, of course. In terms of suspension, it is a MacPherson front struts and multi-link rear suspension setup. It's quite common among many Hyundai and Kia vehicles to have this suspension setup, but this one feels a bit more balanced compared to some of the smaller Hyundais like a Kona or like a Hyundai Tucson. It's quite premium, I would say. The ride is comfy even on these 20-inch tires. And let's maybe give it a go on the sport mode to see how that goes. There's no one behind me, surprisingly, on the motorway. Let's do 1, 2, 3. It's definitely not struggling to pick up at all. It's fairly easy to go over the speed limit, to be fair. But do remember, this is not a fast car, because it's 1.6, you know, still a small motor. Combine the turbo, combine the electric motor, it is good acceleration. Now, once we're on the road, we are going to hear some noises here and there on the road. You are going to get some tire rolls. These 20-inch tires are quite thin profile compared to a standard family SUVs on the market these days. But it's not bouncy, it's not wobbly. Yeah, just on the motorway, it's really relaxing to travel. Look how good this handles the road, handles the small bumps on the motorway. It's just really relaxing. Steering feels quite heavy. They are quite thick leathered, so very different from other Hyundai, I suppose. At the same time, even on the motorway like this, it feels relatively light. I can't say it's soft. It's not soft at all. It's still pretty solid. There are pings about facial monitoring detection and things like that, since I'm wearing a big DJI action on my head, so it's gonna identifying that as a distraction or whatever. So I do apologize if you experience any pings while I'm driving. As we can see, right now the vehicle is recharging the battery. Since we're on high speed, it's hard to keep let's say the motor just on the electric motor, so the petrol motor is now engaged. And another thing is about the fuel consumption. This actually has a very similar powertrain compared to the Kia Sorento, so that means 1.6 turbo, again with a hybrid motor. So average case I can get on the Sorento is about 6.5 liters per 100 k's. On real world driving with a little bit of traffic, I think this one can easily manage around that as well. So you do expect somewhere around 6 to 7 liters per 100 k's on the consumption. That means for big size car like this, it's pretty good. It's not bad at all. And again, anyway, when you want to take off, when you want to pick up, just so smooth. I like the pedal response. It's really smooth. Even on this sport mode, it doesn't feel like it's riding the gear so high or riding the drive so high. Noise level is pretty good as well. The build quality on the doors, around everything is just, you can feel it's heavy. Alright, our pings are off. Let's concentrate on the driving. Again, acceleration really easy and you have no hesitation whatsoever, since the battery is well fully charged as just we left the car park a few minutes. And we're on sport mode. We have no one behind me. I'm gonna just let the car roll to 80. Let's try 80 to 100 acceleration just to see. Let's say if you want to overtake someone from motorway, how it goes. 1, 2, 3. can see the hesitation, and then let's go in. I find the engine noise really limited on this vehicle. Somehow even on sport mode and press your foot down, the engine noise isn't loud at all. It's definitely the soundproof on this vehicle is really good. The damping is very balanced. I can't say I'm 100% right, but part of me thinks the suspension is somehow just a little bit better than the Kia Sorento suspension. And these corners, easy to take these corners. While you are braking, you also notice the regeneration on the brake pedal, so that means it's recharging the battery while you're braking. Yeah, going back to the topic about the suspension setting, I find this just a bit soft on the road compared to the Kia Sorento, although the Kia Sorento is definitely an older model compared to this, although it has just done the facelift, but it's not a whole new generation. Probably that's what makes this car a bit more expensive than the Kia Sorento as well. In New Zealand, at least, the price is definitely a bit more than the Kia Sorento. And let's see if we can do another acceleration over here. All right, 1, 2, 3. Is that bad? No, not at all. It's pretty good on the acceleration. With a big 4.8 meters long vehicle, that's pretty good in terms of acceleration. Again, we're on motorway. It's just so soft to drive. I can't believe how soft this car feels on the motorway, and it's soft. I mean, it's really comfy soft, not let's say agilely soft. It is still a big car. And even wind noise is very minimal on this car. It's quite boxy shape. Supposedly, it should get a lot of wind noise coming from the front, from the windscreen and things like that. But for some reason, in today's weather, just it's muted on the wind noise. On New Zealand highway like this, I'm getting very minimal noise too. One thing I also like about this car, I forgot to mention, is the headlining things. They are suede finish, really good material. It feels premium in many ways, and that's good. So towards the end of this video, let's go through some things I really like about this car, how I feel about this car in general. In terms of exterior design, love the front, love the side, the back, okay. But in terms of drive, very good. I enjoy this drive. I don't really want something like this if I go on a long trip with the family. You know you're gonna fit all the luggages, you know everyone will be comfy, you know the car will do the job among all the corners and things like that. So yeah, very happy with this, how this vehicle drives overall. I don't have issue with the hybrid, apart from maybe the towing. If you have an old Hyundai Santa Fe with the 2.2 liter diesel turbo, you may tow a 2-ton bolt and things like that. Where this car, unfortunately, you won't be able to do that. That's the only negative point I can think of on this vehicle. But other than that, driving, it's as powerful as the 2.2 diesel. It's probably even quieter than the 2.2 diesel. Yeah, overall, just a really nice experience on the road, on the motorway, on the corners, at safety driving and things like that. And that's just, everything's well balanced on this vehicle, and I don't think they've done anything wrong on the drivetrain part of this car. And in terms of interior design, love it, pretty much most of the places. The aircon design could be a little bit better with some more physical buttons, and could be less fingerprints and here and there, but that's probably the only complaint. Everything in the finish, the dashboard, the interior quality, the color contrast and everything is great. It's premium. And yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do not forget to subscribe and like. That's the best way to support this channel. As always, I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.